Mykonos is well expensive. Well, at least that's what I've been told. But is it possible to do it on a budget? And if so, is it any good? So I'm gonna have a day with a £50 budget, followed by a day with a £500 budget to find out whether you really do need money on Mykonos to have a good time. And we're starting with the budget day. And of course I had to bring with me the ultimate lover of budget himself. It's James.
Who's that?
It's you.
It's not.
We've got €50 and that's got to cover absolutely everything, all right?
Everything?
Per person though.
What are we doing?
I think we're going to have a lovely time.
Camping?
Have you heard that Mykonos is expensive?
Yes.
Me too. But I want to prove that you don't have to spend a fortune. I could be proved wrong. Yeah. But first up, we're going to check into our accommodation.
Okay, good.
Also, I realised when I was editing a video recently that I always introduce James, but never myself. So if you don't know who I am, hello, I'm Chelsea. I am a travel expert, and I am obsessed with finding the best value things out there. There we go. This is us.
It looks all right.
It does look all right. This is Alana Pension, where we are staying this evening. Yes.
Full of old ladies.
That's not what it means here. It means a guest house.
Okay.
Basically.
How many stars are we looking at?
It doesn't have any.
Zero. Is there staying in a zero?
It's because it's a guest house. They don't have star ratings in that way.
Okay.
I think you're gonna love it.
0.
And they've sent me a code for the room. Let's find out where it is. Okay, we're looking for number 7, James.
That looks like a number 2 to me.
James. It's not here.
Where's it at?
So, this building is definitely what I thought I booked.
Right.
But they have since sent me, they did send me a WhatsApp.
An upgrade.
But so we're staying at something called Alana Cosmo House. Okay, so they must own both of them. So they've put us in this other thing. So it is
better.
It is not the room that I've seen.
Okay. Oh, this is going to be good or terrible.
Do you want to know what the Google rating is?
No.
It's got 5 ratings, so
5 stars.
It's got 3.4 on Google. Look, they may have had a bad time on the first one and the rest are all 5-star.
Okay.
Because it's only got 5, I'm sure it's going to be fine. So apparently 3 minutes down here. What is he doing?
James is unwell and won't be able to take part in whatever activity is happening today. He will be better tomorrow and able to take part in whatever day is happening tomorrow. All of the best, kind regards, Nicola Robinson, James's mum. I've got a message here.
Who's this? Your agent? James's mum. Signed from Nicola.
Yeah.
Nicola, I don't believe that for a bloody second.
There we go.
Right, come on, James.
I better go and check in somewhere else.
Do you know what? It might have improved leaps and bounds. What I will say about both this place and the place we're going to is they are so central. They are right in the heart of Mykonos town, which they call the Kora. And yeah, if you want to just be able to come somewhere and then explore the town, this would be perfect. But let's hope the room is perfect too, otherwise James is... he looks so sad. He's gonna kill me. This is Alana Cosmo House, a holiday apartment rental that we're staying at tonight.
Oh my God, is this it?
This is it, apparently.
How many stars is this one?
I don't know. I'm sure it's gonna be lovely.
Right, come on.
Home sweet home. Ooh.
Come on then.
It is what I booked. This is what I booked.
It's got no windows. Oh my God.
You don't
what is
need
that?
windows. Right. Let's put our stuff down and we'll do a proper tour. It's so dark. Welcome to the budget accommodation tour. Let's start with the most important room. Into the shitter. Look, James, this is actually quite nice. Like, that's going to be a lovely place to take a little rest.
A little plop.
Also, the fact it's got an actual door, very important.
I mean, you're clutching at straws there.
Well, especially when you see something in a second, which I think you've already seen. You've also got a separate area for washing your hands. Hey, it comes with hand soap and stuff like that. And a hairdryer. They've thought of everything. And then we do have...
What is this?
This is the shower, if you hadn't noticed it.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's quite out there.
The bed looks onto it.
Maybe don't book this if you're with a friend. Actually, no, let's test it. It does have paneling, right? Okay, I'm going to scoot closer and closer. You're going to tell me if you can see anything, okay?
Okay, nothing yet.
Okay, so can you see anything?
No.
Can you see anything?
No.
Can you see anything?
Nothing.
Well, there we go. It's fine then.
It's opaque.
You can share it with your mates. It's
Yeah.
absolutely fine. It's been tested.
Try that later.
Right. We have a TV.
No way, it's a Turbo X.
Have you heard of that before?
It's fantastic, mate, yeah.
This is exciting though. Air conditioning.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you don't expect to get that in budget accommodation. As for the bed, what do we think about the placement?
Wrong.
Is it giving feng shui?
No, it's in the middle of the room, looks onto a shower. Everything about it is wrong.
It's the weirdest shaped hotel room I have ever stayed in. But look, they've given us 2 fresh towels.
Oh, good.
It's really comfy. That's nice. James, I think this is a great place to start.
Do you?
I think you're gonna love it. Okay, and over here,
What's
got
this?
another bed. If we make a friend tonight, James, we could invite him back for a sleepover.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. And over here, we've got space to hang our bits up, a safety deposit box, and in here, blankets and a towel for our mate.
Yeah.
For when they come and stay over. Right, you be on the lookout for a friend, yeah?
Sure.
And finally, what do we have here? This is actually quite a stylish little
This
bit.
bit's nice.
I think this is really nicely done, right? Cannot believe there's an espresso. Like, you normally don't get that for somewhere quite cheap, do you? But is there any Nespresso pods?
4.
We are gonna be off our face on
Yeah.
caffeine tonight.
Fantastic.
And a
Mini bar.
fridge. 2 bottles of water. I'm
good.
sorry, this is great. I bloody love it. There's a bin down there.
Oh, good a bin.
And finally, I'm actually really interested.
In the view.
Yeah,
I think it's a harbour view.
no, genuinely. Right, can we open the door? No. So that is not a door for children to come into in the night. But what about up here, James? What are we thinking? An amazing view
Of the sea.
of sea view.
Good.
It's great for airflow. So are you ready to find out how much
Yes.
this room costs?
Yes.
What's your guess per night?
Per night, I'm going to say £69 a night.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you may be surprised and delighted to discover it's £46 a night.
Is it?
So that's just £23 each, coming off our budget.
Makes sense.
So we still have 27 quid left.
That makes sense why the bed is there then.
It does. But look, I'm absolutely bloody starving, so I think we should get out and start spending some more money. So I've actually been in Mykonos for the last 3 nights on a Hindu. James has just arrived.
Yeah.
And I did scout this place out yesterday.
This place?
I think it might be the cheapest place to get the particular food that we are after. This place is literally at the end of where we are staying now. And look what we're gonna get.
A gyros.
Oh,
Gyros.
okay. You could have said it worse. You could have said it better, but you could have said it worse. Chicken and one of the pork gyros. Please, thank you. There we go.
Just going to test this works.
Okay.
That's good.
Now this is a brilliant, affordable takeaway food, but the problem is it's a bit takeaway. They do have some tables, but they're all busy.
Yeah, another drawback of budget. See, if you went to a luxury place, you would have a table.
But you pay more, you'd have to pay a tip as well. And I think you need to try this. I think you're going to bloody love it.
It's a good gyros.
That is absolutely phenomenal. And that is just €5. Just €5.
Which is less than £5.
So my friend Leah is Greek. That's who I've been with the last few days, right?
Oh, you're a genuine Greek person.
And she said, so it's not gyros, but it is more of a gyros.
Gyros.
And that's what you see above, like on the menu it says gyros with an S, right?
Yeah.
But apparently, when you actually just talk about it, you call it gyro. You don't say the S. So that's a way that you can make you sound way more like a local if you say,
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't know the Greek for one. If you'd say one gyro, they might be like, all right, she knows what she's talking about.
This is a tasty gyro.
What a lovely gyro. James has scored us a table. Luxury. So they keep being crowds of people, and we've realised they're from the cruise ships.
Oh, cruisers.
Yeah, because they had like lanyards on for MSC. And it's interesting because I actually only came to Mykonos town yesterday at about 6, and we were like surprised. It was a Saturday night, we were surprised at how quiet it was. But it makes sense because most of the cruise ship passengers must have been gone by then.
No boats yesterday for you guys.
Well, no, there will have been boats, but they'd be back on the boats by 6 o'clock.
They will.
Yeah, so it does feel a lot busier right now, but we are at the start of the season. So it is May the 10th. The beach parties and all the like stuff like that start launching as of tonight.
That's
So
exciting.
it is, but we're still kind of in short of the season, so it should be a bit quieter. Prices should be a bit cheaper, hopefully, before the absolute madness of July and August.
Right.
Yeah.
That's prime month.
That's prime, and you won't find me here for it. That was absolutely delicious.
Yumbo.
And now it's time for our first budget activity.
Oh no. What's this? I don't know what it is.
Guess.
Sandcastles. Something that'll cost nothing. Looking at the waves.
Shit. Yes, we are at the beach. This beach, in fact, and we took the sea bus to get here because for only €2.50, I thought, cute, we can have a little boat ride. But the problem is, whilst it looks close on the map, it's quite a trek to get to this beach, and I do not recommend it. You basically have to like scale up a massive hill. There's a load of cars, it's dangerous, don't do it. I did it for you so you don't have to. We will definitely be getting the bus back from here instead. But now we're here, we're gonna have a little chill because this is a totally free activity, and the good news is we've already put our money to good use. We've been to the local shop, we've got ourselves a beer, we've got a Calippo. Now it's time to relax. Oh, cheers! We treated ourselves. These are 20 cents more than the cheapest beer.
Next one up.
Delish. So, beaches in Greece should be open to everyone.
Yes.
They're owned by the state, they're for the public, right? But if you've been to an island like Mykonos, you may have noticed that there are large parts of the beach that are filled to the brim of beach clubs that are charging, I don't know, something silly for the day. You could pay €100 for the day. It's absolutely incredible. Also, you then have to pay for all the food and the drink on top of it as well. This beach here, the reason I chose it is there are 2 little spaces where you can like pay for a sunbed, but there's actually loads of space and it's full of locals who are just here catching some rays.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, we're also not too far from the town. We can literally see it over there, James.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so you could walk here, but it would take you an hour, and the roads aren't the best, are they?
They're windy and there's no pavements.
Yeah, I would definitely try and take that public transport if you can. There is one other beach I wanted to tell you about, which is called a hidden gem, but let's just say I saw it on TikTok, so I don't know how hidden it is anymore. But I looked, you can take a bus quite close to there, so maybe check that out if you're here too, because that looks like it's got no beach clubs at all, and it's just for you to take your towel and enjoy yourself on the beach. Now, what are you going to do? What's your plan?
Drink beer and have a Calippo.
I'm going to have my Calippo, and I'm going to read a bit of my book.
Where's my Calippo?
Take some rays in, and of course, before you ask, are we SPF'd up to the max?
Oh God, yeah.
Of course we bloody are, we're British. If it's not factor 50 for children, then what's the point?
Is it for children? Oh, God.
And salt and kids.
Hurry up, this is nearly dissolved.
Okay,
Dissolved,
right.
melted.
Let's do this. This right here is the taste of summer. Honestly, we are loving just watching all the boats, all the ships that are coming past this beach. Now, this will be one of the... What do you call that, a ferry, James?
And a bloody plane.
Oh, and a plane! Oh my God. god. Oh my god, it's all the transport in one. Cruise ship's just docked. Well, I was trying to say, this is probably going to another island nearby. Jesus Christ, what are you bloody packing in? James, do you want to look at where this is going to? Go on, what's your guess? What's your guess?
Trans-Siberian Express. No,
Train?
No, it's not.
Go on, what's your guess?
Athens.
Now, you are stealing my answer. I'm going to go for London.
You're closer.
Barcelona.
Paris.
Ah, okay. It is absolutely freezing, but just look how clear this water is. It's insane. I understand what they mean now about the clear Greek waters. I think he's waiting for me to dunk myself in. Should I do it? Yeah? Do you know what? I think I'm actually used to the temperature already. I think this is easy. Refreshing, beautiful, wonderful. It is cold though. Oh, look at him sat there. He's missing out. This is so. No, I didn't put my watch. I didn't put my watch on water. I forgot to take my watch off.
That's done.
Right, I'm gonna leave you here and I'm gonna go for a little swim. James, you get a couple of little shots of me swimming, yeah? Make me look good. All right, we are freshened up. We've got one very important thing to do, to purchase, before ticking off a real bucket list moment here in Mykonos. All right, we've tried to go to 2 supermarkets. They've both been closed, so we're just gonna head to where we need to go because we are running out of time. And the best thing about these iconic windmills is they are perfectly placed as the backdrop for us to sit and watch the sunset for free. Hang on, that's what we should be doing, James.
Why are we on that?
That's fun. So it's a little bit cloudy today, so does that mean it's gonna be good or bad? Because sometimes when there's clouds, it's incredible.
If we paid to sit there, did we get a better view then?
I was actually sat right there last night. I'll show you a picture. But guess how much it costs minimum for a bottle of wine sitting there?
Spenny.
Guess.
25 euros. 40.
50.
50.
50 euros minimum. Wow. But it was a great view of the sunset. All right, I'm leaving it. See if I can find us a little beverage before this sun goes down. Is it bleak if we share one of these? So, here's the beer that we're going to share.
Sharing it.
How much was the beer?
Oh, is it a lot?
It wasn't horrific, but I didn't want to spend that much each. You're going to call me a cheapskate.
More than £6?
No.
Oh, it's cheap then. £4.
Do you want to do euros?
4 euros.
Less.
€3.
More.
€3.50.
€3.50. Okay. For a bit, but a bottle was €3.50. Smirnoff Ice was 4.
Crack it open.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bloody divine. Bloody divine.
That's my first beer in Mykonos.
I was hoping the sunset would have got better by the time I got back, but
Well, it kind of did.
it's poked through, but there is now another issue. This boat is fully blocking where it's going to set.
Yeah. Livid.
Hang on, how long until it sets? Like 7 minutes? We've got 7 minutes.
I reckon it's less than that. Yeah.
Don't judge our budget day by your budget day.
Yeah.
Maybe things will go your
Maybe
way.
that boat will have gone by then.
We have no idea if the sun has set or not. Last night at the bar, they played Pavarotti. Time to say goodbye.
Is that Pavo?
God, I hope it is. They timed it to perfection. I know they must do it every single night, but it was impressive, and we all clapped.
If they're going to do it, they're going to have to start playing it any second now.
Well, I wonder if we won't hear it because we are closer to another bar which is pumping out the tunes. It is quite a vibe.
Yeah, I like it.
And it's really nice that if you sat here for free, you still get to...
Vibe.
You get the same vibe without
With
paying.
a €3.50 beer.
Yeah! Well, it wasn't what we planned for, but I'm very glad, James, we didn't pay for the pleasure of watching that sunset.
No,
Right?
don't pay for pleasure.
We didn't waste money. We didn't waste money. Shall we get some food?
Yes.
Let's have a look at what like general prices are. For a pizza, what do you think? For a pizza? 11 euros for a margarita pizza. That's not too bad. We've got 14 euros for some pasta. Do you know what? I thought it might be worse.
Is this budget time?
No, but genuinely, like the way people have spoken to me about Mykonos was that you couldn't come and get a dish for 12 euros.
That's tasty.
You definitely can. Unfortunately, on our budget, we cannot afford this.
God's sake.
We can't afford it. It's too much for us. But look how cute this restaurant is. Have got another plan. Let's go here. I thought you'd like it.
Yeah, they're Fanny's snack bar. It's full of fellas. Bloke. In fact, it's exclusively fellas and Fanny's. I'm entering Fanny's. I'm in Fanny's. Fanny's tips.
You're a child. You're a child. Pardon? Once again, we have gone for a gyro because that's all you can really afford.
This is Fanny special.
But it was €1 more at Fanny's.
What? You got to pay for premium at Fanny's though.
You do. So let's see whether we think this one is better or the other.
I think I'm gonna know my answer.
Must be a reason why it's so popular here. Okay.
Is Fanny's one tasty?
It's really tasty. I think the other one was better.
Are you not a Fanny girl?
I don't think I'm a Fanny girl. No, don't get me wrong. I think it's really good. And for €6 for dinner, to be able to be sat down, you're not paying any extra tips and things like that. I think it's incredible. Like we have a plate, great value for money. I'm not upset about the Fanny. I'm just saying.
I'm delighted.
Perhaps there's better elsewhere. Oh, and if you didn't know, a gyro is a type of Greek street food. It's very simple. It's a pita, it's got meat in it, it's got chips, it's got lettuce, it's got salad, it's got onions, and it's got tzatziki. It's so delicious, and it will often be a very affordable option. And do you know what? It is a little bit different to the one we had before. I would say this pita is a bit more yellow. I wonder if they're using some kind of like cornmeal or a different type of flour. And I will say that the chicken is quite peppery. So if you come in here, I think there's nothing wrong with trying both of them.
See you later, Fanny. I'll be back.
Okay, I have a final challenge for us this evening. I would like to have a drink in a bar.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be possible because we only have this much left.
What's it called? Boob bar.
It's, I wonder how much the beers are in here. In here it was €2.50. I knew I got done. I got done. We found an actual supermarket. 6 beers for $5.69. That's just to prove to you that it can be done for cheaper. Okay, I didn't do it. I wasted my money. But it can be done. We just checked a bar. Yeah, it was 19 euros for an Aperol Spritz. And then amidst all the shots, you come across these beautiful churches. It really is beautiful.
It is nice.
Yeah. We are getting distracted though.
We have been.
We need to find a bar, but everything seems so expensive so far. Okay, we're getting better. The beers are 8. I think it's still too much, James. This is gorgeous.
This is very nice.
Yeah, this is where we ate last night. And it's a taverna. So actually, it is not as expensive as some other places.
I can't work out the time of day because it all feels so bright,
I know.
but not like blindingly bright.
Well, look what's going on up here.
Oh, hello.
Okay, have a sip. God, it's giving me a bloody migraine. I'm gutted. I had done some research and apparently that is one of the cheaper bars, but still the beer was €8.
It's like London prices.
Oh, I'm desperate to try and find
€8.
something for under a £5. I'm starting to think it's not possible. So to find cheaper prices, we need to leave the centre. So let's walk 5 minutes that way. Basically, we've left behind the town, the area where the locals live. There has got to be a €5 beer here. There's got to be. All right, we are literally going to order the cheapest beer and pray that it's a good price.
Beer, please.
Thanks so much.
Fabulous.
He just gave a menu and it is €5. We bloody did it. We love that bar so much.
Great bar.
The music was so good.
Stopped perfectly in time.
Reminded me of so many bars we used to go to in Manchester.
Big Hands, Google
Yeah.
it. Fantastic.
Or Mojo's.
Mojo's.
Yeah. Loved it in there.
Yeah.
So much.
Well done, guys.
We managed to find a beer.
Well done.
Under €5. Don't get run over though. Don't get run over.
Get off me.
Right. We're going back to the place because I'm
Back to bed.
knackered. So we will see you in the morning.
Naps.
Good night. Morning. So James,
Yeah.
tell me, how did you sleep?
Well, you know it wasn't peaceful.
It was so noisy outside.
Yeah, we're probably like 50 metres away from a club.
Yeah. And we were like, maybe it's going to be soundproofed.
No.
It was not soundproofed. But I will say, thanks to a very noisy aircon, it did kind of like...
And you put some thunderstorms on the speaker.
I did. It kind of just like balanced it out.
Yeah.
And I would say the music stopped around 1 o'clock
To be honest,
in the morning.
I fell asleep instantly and
Wow.
didn't wake up. I slept all the way through it.
You've got nothing to bloody complain about. But otherwise,
Highlights
I
the
would say
budget though. Highlight, this wouldn't happen in luxury land.
maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't.
But I would say that if you're a light sleeper, definitely pack some earplugs because they do not give it to you.
Naughty of them though, they should have said.
Yeah, we did check the website. Absolutely nowhere does it say that.
And normally like places like will leave headphones out if it's on a noisy street or something like that. And I was like,
earplugs.
yeah, it does.
But apart from the noise, I've got to say, it works.
Apart from the weird shower
And apart from the lack of natural light,
and the lack of natural light
it's
and
great.
the weird shape.
I think for the price...
The position is fantastic.
Yeah, the position is so good. I think for the price, it's worth knowing about. Is that fair?
Yeah.
All right, let's go and explore out there. Now, the plan is to get out and explore the town without the crowds before the cruise ships start to come through. However, it is 10:15 because we had a little lie-in, and I'm worried that the cruise ships may already be here. So let's go take a look. She's already here. Yeah, James. They've all got their cruise ship lanyards on.
Yeah, we didn't get up early enough.
We're lazy.
I don't like getting up early anymore.
Do I never have.
No.
So, because we are still on a very low budget, our
Yeah.
activity this morning is we are doing a walking tour, and now I'm pretty sure there is one which you could book onto, but they always want a tip.
Oh.
They do, which
Well,
they deserve.
Does that come out the budget?
It would come out of the budget, and they deserve it, and so we're not doing that. And this is my tip: if you ever are on such a low budget and you're somewhere and you want to explore, Google the place name plus self-guided tour.
Is that what we're doing?
That's what we're doing, and basically it'll come up with a load of blog posts that some very kind people have put out there, and they literally tell you where to go on your tour. Some of them even give you like historical information, and what I do is I save them all onto my Google Maps,
Nerd.
and then we just walk around and we tick them all off, and it means that we can stop, we can get a little coffee, we can get a little
Oh, that's
pastry,
good.
we can get a little beer. I mean, we could if we weren't on a awful budget. But that is, honestly, we've done it in quite a few places and we really like that.
No, it has been good. So do we start here
Yes, so we're starting
at the old windmills?
at the windmills, but let's go tick off a few other places. Okay, next we are heading to Little Venice down there. So this is where you peek down, you see the most incredible views popping out of the bars. Let's have a look down this one. Oh yeah, that one had a swing. They've all got the most insane views. Our friends Yaya and Lloyd from Hand Luggage Only have got the best videos of like walking into these restaurants. I'll put one here. Like that's what you can get if you're willing to go to the restaurants that perhaps charge you a little bit more here. So these were the beach bars we were looking across at last night. So James, that's literally where we sat the other night to watch the
a nice
sunset
place.
on my Hendu. On my Hendu!
It wasn't yours. Bloody hell.
The Hendu that I attended.
I would need to know about that.
Let's not start those rumours. Oh, we keep stumbling into this geezer. I am getting a bit hungry, so I think we need to keep an eye out for a bakery. It's got a bakery, James. It was meant to be. Okay, what are we working with, lads? This looks so good.
It does look good.
Look how good that looks. James is ordering. We haven't seen a price. Let's hope this doesn't blow the budget. I wanted this spinach spanakopita.
Yes.
Yeah. But what's the damage? Is this going to blow the budget? This is our last spend. Why did we not ask the price?
7.50.
$7.50.
Huh?
That's all
card,
right.
please, yes.
That's all right. Had to go for the spanakopita, which is the spinach feta. Look at how big that is, and that was €4.
Good.
And that's how much I'll take off. Yours is a bit cheaper. Let's give it a go.
Flaky, buttery.
It's so good. What did you go for?
Ham and cheese.
It's very
Pastry.
squidgy.
Yeah. Someone's
Yeah.
taken a bite out of that side. I will complain later. Very good.
And I'll be honest, I was not expecting us to be able to sit out for breakfast. I thought we were going to have to go to a bakery, grab something like perch in the street. This feels like a total luxury. And
Wow.
only have to pay €4
That's
for
good.
it.
That is good.
How good's this? And this officially marks the end of our budget day. And here is how much we spent, James. We only budgeted it. We only budgeted it. Tell me, as a luxury snob, how did you find it?
Actually, I've had a nice introduction to Mykonos.
Yes,
So
I think we've had a lovely, lovely time.
Yeah, I have had a nice time.
Yeah, and
I'd
we've-
like to earn a bit more splashy with the cash.
Well, don't worry about that, because coming up next is our
here we go.
£500 day, and it
Yeah.
starts now. We start our luxury day with a luxury hotel, and we've already checked in, we've been given a welcome drink, and been shown our room, and you have to see this. Welcome to our room. We begin at the front door, and we move this way into my most favourite room. Yes, it's the shitter. I mean, there's not much to say about it, but it does have a bum gun, which you know you're in a classy place when it's got one of these in Europe. Right, moving on, we have this absolutely beautiful bath. And I like a bath which you can properly lie down in. Oh yeah, that's amazing. I actually love that. We'll definitely be giving that a go after out of here and talk about a dual sink. Do they call it a Jack and Jill sink when both of you have one?
There's no Jill.
I mean, it's just one. Oh, you're right. You're gonna have to share this with me, James. Does this make you feel a bit like you're Mario? I love that so much. It's got loads of products. They said that this is made for them by a Greek company. Oh yeah, it's nice. Sniff that, James.
Smell. Ooh, it's like sweets.
But it's like posh sweets. Loads of towels and into, oh no, just seen the thing I hate the most at a hotel. What is the worst thing that could be in a hotel?
A turd. Oh, scales.
Why? Why? We need to ban scales from... I don't want to weigh myself on holiday. Are you joking? I've got to say, they are really classy scales. They're really nice. Into the shower. And again, it's Mario time. And look, you can do a bit of rock climbing whilst you're in your shower. Come on out. And we move over to the wardrobe area where we've already put our bags. There is a beach towel bag and then just lots of storage. You can get your laundry done here, but shall we see how much it is? How much do you reckon for like a t-shirt, James?
5.
10 euros.
No, thank
And
you.
that's just for laundry. For dry cleaning, 14.
Ew.
So we won't be doing any of that. Right, what else we got? Oh, slippers. Places to hang stuff up. Does this move?
Not really.
It does a little.
It shouldn't.
Oh, and then it comes into your wardrobe. You've got an ironing board. Oh, that's a classy cupboard. You've got your safety deposit box. You've got your glassware, an espresso, and this is the mini bar. Though, shout out to the person who showed us around the room. He was like, you obviously help yourself to things like this, but for water, I recommend going to the local grocery store. It's a lot cheaper. Shout out to you. I like that level of realness, don't you?
Yeah.
onto the desk where we can call for room service. There's also a spa. You get 2 waters a day. You've got a TV, which apparently you can stream to. Oh, do not touch it like that because you might break it. And then, this is how you know you're in a luxury hotel. Look at all our freebies. Not only do we have some sweet wine included in the stay, they have just delivered us a bottle of sparkling wine on ice and a load of local chocolates. And that's all included in the price, but you might have to wait on to see how much it costs. You might be like, yeah, so it bloody should. Absolutely love that there's this. You know when people say that there's a chair in the room and it's for watching people on the bed? This is taking it next level. You right, guys? You're doing great. Speaking of which, the bed. I don't want to ruin it too much.
Don't flash.
I know, I have got little shorts on underneath. Oh. No one saw anything?
No, sir.
Yeah, that's a nice bed. It's a lovely bed. Right, okay, it's not over. It's not over. Come and look at this with me. Because it's a suite, look what it's got. We have our own little terrace area here. Cute, and I've got the most gorgeous view of the sea right now. But look what I can look at the sea from. It is our own jacuzzi. But they said they have someone come and clean it twice a day. But come and look at the view. It's amazing. And now time for the price. This room cost us a mere £376 for the night.
Woo!
It's a bit more than the last place.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but this is what you get when you spend a bit more money.
How much luxury costs?
And if this all wasn't luxury enough already, I have booked us in to the spa.
Yes.
This is amazing. The fact as well that when you book this, you get it all to yourself.
That is cool.
Because
No one's here.
you hate sharing a spa with
I
people. James is not interested. And this is how much this cost. So that's what we need to take off our total. But James, what the hell is this? This is what I'm scared about.
That looks a little bit tortury, if I'm honest. You know what I mean?
It looks like you're gonna milk someone. No, I'll tell you what, I'll let you do it to me in a second.
Okay.
That's good.
This is lovely. Shuffle right. There you go. 3, 2, 1.
James, it's freezing.
You want number 2?
Yeah. So I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure what this is, but we're gonna give it a go. There's a button. Oh, it feels a little bit warm, but not like super warm. I'm gonna press start. Does it look cool? I don't know, I feel like I'm in Alien, right? Or maybe The Matrix. I feel like I'm in an alien pod right now. Who brought you to this spa? I did, so shut up. It's time to press the start button. Absolutely nothing happened. Oh, we're in the red zone. Do you think this is red light therapy? That would make sense. That's like what you use on your face. You know, when people have got those face masks at night to make them look. It's warm. And it's almost rumbling a little. I think this is rejuvenating my skin. My only concern, James, it's only rejuvenating this slice of my skin. So, shall I try it the other way around? Oh Oh, it's a different colour now. Maybe it knows. That's gonna have to do. I'm just gonna chill out now. See you in a bit. I have no idea what that did, but I think I'm now ready for the mothership. So the spa was very nice, but there were a couple of jets that weren't working. So I feel like they need to have a look at that because I wanted some full jacuzzi pressure. We are now at the restaurant and you are not going to believe how much my pork gyro has cost me. I can't believe what's happened, James.
What?
It's deconstructed gyro. It's the classic thing that people do to charge you more money. They just take it and put it apart. I mean, it is massive. You get way more chips than you would normally get in a gyro. But shall I tell you? No, let me try it first, then I'll tell you how much it cost. Here's the thing. I was quite excited about getting a little pitta and shoving it all in my face. I've got to do the work myself now, which is crazy. James has gone for a... Oh, that looks... It's basically spaghetti bolognese, James.
It is.
You come to Greece in order to spag bol.
Spaghetti bolognese.
Also, this portion's absolutely huge. Me and James definitely could have shared this. But all the elements do taste very good. Here is my conclusion. This is a bit too dry. The wonderful thing about a gyro is it's a bit fatty and that mixes with the creamy tzatziki. You're trying to get it all in your mouth at once, but this feels too healthy and there's too much work to be done, which is why I am upset to tell you it cost me 34 euros. Welcome to 5-star luxury hotels in Mykonos. I haven't chatted to you in a couple of hours, so what have I been up to? Have I been enjoying the free hotel wine? No. Have I been in the stunning hotel pool? No. Have I been in my own private jacuzzi? Also no. I've been in bed, warding off a migraine. Though if you ask James, he says, I just feel sick over the price of that gyro. But now, we're about to get in a taxi and head to somewhere that's quite well known and talked about here on this island. So getting a taxi in Mykonos is definitely classed as a luxury because as a minimum, it costs you 40 euros to go anywhere. And I'm talking to go like 4 minutes down the road. It's ridiculous. Now there is Uber, that's also 40 euros, but I've been testing out an app called iMove, which I found out about on Reddit, and it has been working. It is not the best user experience. You don't really know how long you're going to wait, but I've paid 30 euros, so I've saved 10 euros, and I do think, James, he's just pulled it. Here it is! I knew this would happen again. So last time I booked this was on the Hindu, and what turned out was a full-on party bus, and we had the best time ever. Maybe that's what this app is for, James. Excuse me, Drive, do the speakers go quite loud in here?
On the music?
Yeah!
Okay, we connect your music.
Can we connect?
Oh, we can connect our own! Oh, it's so loud! Shut it down, it's not me!
You are the one thing in my way. You are the one thing in my way. You are the one thing in my way.
Thank you!
You got everything?
Here we go. We are off to Scorpio's, a really well-known beach club here. Had you ever heard of it before?
No.
I mean, neither had I.
Never.
Until I started, like, looking into the island. But it's like part of the Soho House group.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it's supposed to be fancy.
This is not what I was expecting at all.
Really? Why?
It's
For you, for your bag.
Oh, thank you so much. Look at the service. Sorry, James.
not for me. It's very well done.
Yeah.
Like, they have spent some money on making this. Yeah. Lots of beautiful people who work here.
It's so beautiful. The drinks have arrived. Cheers. It is good though. That chicken is good. So here's the deal. We booked for dinner, which means we get to stay for drinks, but we don't have a reserved area. We just have to kind of find a spot if it's free.
Claim it.
Or if it's really big, we can go down where the DJ is, but we'd probably have to stand. But other people come and they pay so much to reserve a seat. It's normally like a minimum bar spend. And on a Sunday, they have their big parties. It was actually the launch of the season last night. I think it got a bit wild. And people pay so much to be here for that. But it's still cool that on a Monday, like
It's
there's a
still
vibe.
so busy.
Still busy, there's a vibe, and there's a DJ.
Yeah.
Right, I think we've got enough money for one more drink.
Okay.
One more drink. Hi there.
Chelsea?
For Chelsea? Yes. I do not understand this service, but I love it. So, our thoughts on Scorpios.
Cool.
It was so cool.
Like, they spent money making it.
So much money. I can see why it's seen as this really cool place to go. The fact you can go for dinner and then still stay on for the DJ.
Yeah.
That's a good way of doing it, I think.
is.
I know that in the peak summer months, they literally turn people away for the
Oh,
evenings.
we didn't get turned away.
Well, we were already in. That's how you can sneak in if you don't think
Like
you're
a-
cool enough to get in later.
They turned people away.
Yeah,
Like
for
a
the club
Greek,
night.
a Greek Berghain.
Yeah, maybe it is. But it was very chill this evening. I do think it was irrationally expensive.
Yeah, it was. It's £10 for a bit of bread.
Honestly, some
Yeah.
of the prices on that menu were baffling.
Yeah.
But I do think you can do it. Like, hit our top tip is go, if you're on a budget, go get the half chicken like we did.
Yeah, I thought it was a full chicken. I thought they'd messed up.
Yeah, share it.
Mega.
Get two sides. I think that's dinner for two people. Yeah.
Almost affordable.
It's not. It's still.
No, it was. That was
That would
48
be,
quid.
that would be €40 each.
Yeah, that's all right. On a luxury day.
That's nearly the entire budget of the budget day. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad we got to go.
Same.
I am worried for the budget tomorrow.
Same.
Yeah, but for now, we're gonna go to bed. So see you in the morning.
Good night.
Good morning from the coastline. What are we about to do? Well, I'll tell you that we've already had breakfast at our hotel. That was delicious. But we have one final activity for our luxury £500 day. It might just break the budget, but I believe it's about to arrive. This wasn't the boat I was expecting. Okay, which one of these bad boys is ours? I cannot get over how clear this water is. Is this it? This is your home for the next 5 hours. So if you haven't guessed it already, we have booked a Catamaran tour.
Hello.
We are off to an island. It includes some food and drink.
No.
And it's proper luxury, this boat, right?
Yeah.
Like,
3 decks.
we did have to pay a bit more for it. We'll tell you the price after. But I booked it because it's got that downstairs deck for you, James, because normally after an hour, James is like, I want to be inside.
Like shade.
And normally you're just sat in the cabin and it's so sad. But this feels like downstairs is nice. But there are quite a few of us. 23 people are booked on this. But I've got to say, we've all spread out on the boat now. And we've got plenty of space, right?
It's quite nice.
That's right. I will do like a bit of a tour. But we are here for the next 5 hours. So what a perfect way to end our luxury £500 day. Cheers!
Cheers.
In fact, before the food is served, let me give you a quick tour of the boat. We've got this whole area here where you can come and sit out, that is covered. Then through to here is where they are preparing the food, which looks absolutely incredible. And then, get you in. What are you preparing for us, sir? You're not telling us. You're not telling us. Okay, we've got to wait. We've got to wait. He is the captain and also the chef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 15 years bartender. Oh.
And down here we have the bathroom. So you come down here, into here. Hello. And the bathroom should be it. We are now going up. This is where you can sit and pretend to be the captain. And then this is the area that we've been sat in. You're on the video if you want to wave. Hey! Hey guys! So this is where we've been sat, but also there's a space on the front of the boat, and this is where most people are. You walk along here, making sure to not step on this. You gotta go over. That's it. And this is the front of the boat. And you can go on the net when it is still, but not when the boat is moving. This is it from the other side. And that's that area back up there. And as you can see over here, loads of boats dock in this same area. They're all giving a very similar experience, I'm sure, though perhaps ours is more luxury. And that's the boat tour. It's actually a video.
Ah, okay.
Say hi.
Hi,
What's your name?
my name is Anestis. Originally I'm from Albania, but now I live and I was born here in Greece, and now I work in Mykonos.
Amazing. And tell us where we are right now.
We are in Rinia Island.
We're here for 2.5 hours to swim and eat lunch.
Yes, of course, with the most experienced captain, the great that is also a chef. It's also a DJ. Actually, back in the days, was a bartender also. He's a multi-talented guy.
Okay, and he's paid you to say all this, yeah? Yeah. And what's the name? Nostos Mykonos.
The company, yes.
There we go. Thank you.
You're welcome and enjoy your trip here in Greece.
They have looked after us so well. This guy keeps bringing us drinks. The drinks are not unlimited, they said, but they were like, that's for safety reasons. I've got to say, they have been offering them every half hour or so it definitely doesn't feel like they're putting a limit on anyone yet, at least. But yeah, we've just stopped off here. People are in the water. I'm going to wait for lunch first, and then I'm going to get in. Guys, you've just been in the water. How was it?
It was shockingly cold at first.
Okay.
Give it 2 minutes and then it's beautiful.
That's
Okay.
right. It was absolutely refreshing and awesome, but it is very, very cold. But your body gets used to it.
Should I do it?
Heck yes.
Absolutely.
Right, time to get off. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
The wind has finally descended.
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah, they've said the last few days have been the calmest, sunniest, nicest few days in Mykonos, so that's
Yeah.
not normal. It's normally very, very windy. It's not too bad today even. But James, tell me, what did you make of our Catamaran cruise?
I had a wonderful time.
It was so nice.
Yeah. The boat, when we stopped and had our little break and food and everyone could go and swim,
Yeah.
we were comparing against all the other boats and we're like, ours is a good one.
We definitely won, but I do think ours was more expensive than everyone else's.
Wow.
So do you want to hear the cost?
Yeah.
It was this much. And I do believe
What?
that's taken us into the red.
Oh, we're over.
We're over £500.
What? So you got under on the budget day and the luxury day was
Yeah.
still not enough money.
Which I think, is...
Luxury costs money, guys.
It does. I think it's also indicative of how expensive Mykonos can be.
Yeah, big words.
That once you start spending, it sometimes could be hard to stop.
Yeah.
But do you know what? We should break it all down. And let's take you through our final thoughts when it comes to our budget versus luxury day. We nearly got through that without someone walking through. Right, time for our final thoughts. I want you to tell me your most favourite and least favourite of each of the days, James.
Easy.
Okay? Let's start with the negative
Oh.
of the budget day.
Oh, easy. Hotel room.
Not happening.
Look, I thought it was absolutely fine for the price, but would I book it again?
No.
Probably not.
Shower.
Probably not.
No windows.
Look, we've already heard
Oh,
all your
okay.
grievances about it.
I can go on.
You don't need to.
What's yours?
Well, I agree.
Yeah,
I would
okay.
also put the hotel down. Now tell me your most favourite part of the budget day, James.
Fannies.
Of course it bloody
Absolutely.
was.
I could have a fanny every day.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good. I didn't expect it to be as good for that money.
Look, you're being silly now because it
What?
was €1 more than the other place, and the other place was better.
It was a good vibe in fannies.
Right. My favourite from the budget day was the bar we went to.
Oh, that was fun.
I would go to that bar in London.
Yeah.
I loved it so much.
That's just under fannies for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Right, let's move on to our more bougie luxury day. What was
Favourite.
your least favourite part of it?
I'm going to shock you here. Can I say Scorpios?
Really?
Yeah. I didn't like how expensive it was,
It
actually.
was so silly. I'm not going to say that.
No.
I actually feel really bad about this. I'm going to say the hotel.
Oh, no, the hotel was nice.
So the hotel was really nice. What I'm going to say is I wouldn't spend that much for that room. They had much cheaper hotel rooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did like the vibe of that hotel room.
I feel nasty because they haven't done anything wrong. It's just, for me personally, it's a lot of money to
I disagree.
spend.
So,
Yeah.
hotel,
Also,
I'm a big fan.
Also, you're forgetting what I had to pay for that pork gyro in the hotel.
You had to pay for the pork?
It was €34.
Yeah.
And it wasn't very good.
You paid for pork, didn't like it. I paid for fannies and loved it. What did you love in the luxury day?
I loved, and I think you might join me on this, the Catamaran.
Catamaran, fantastic.
It was really, really good.
Yeah.
And it is a lot of money, but the fact that you could have a lot of drinks on there.
Yeah.
A lot of drinks. You had food.
Good food.
5 hours. Recommend.
Yeah. Nice
So,
boat.
Do you want to hear what my overall thinking is, my overall takeaway from this
Yes,
is?
I do.
I think it's absolutely possible to come to Mykonos and not spend a fortune.
Yeah.
And I actually think my perfect day from everything we tested would be the budget day.
Oh, God.
But I would throw in an extra €25 each on the hotel room.
Yeah,
Yeah?
to buy some windows.
And on the last day of the trip, I'd add in the Catamaran.
Okay.
I would
Just
splash
a
out.
little splash of luxury.
Little treat. So thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments which day you would rather go for. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you do that.
Yeah, hit it.
And we'll see you in the next video.